So over the weekend, Halo Studios decided to show off the next big step for the Halo franchise, and it's, to the surprise of, I'd like to say nobody, it's a Halo CE remake, which we all saw coming, and I think that's kind of the only place that they could go, and the fact that that is the only place they could go next, logically, is pretty sad, pretty indicative of the entire franchise's state right now. But hello, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, this probably looks pretty weird to you. It was very important to me that the first video with my face in it was a positive one, right? I didn't want to come on here showing my face and all that with a really negative video, because obviously, you know, first impressions matter and shit like that, and I don't want my entire channel to be shitting on things and negativity and criticism and all that. You know, I wanted to talk about Doom the Dark Ages, which came out earlier this year. Fantastic game. I just played Metal Gear Solid 3 for the first time. Fantastic game. Just played Resident Evil 1 for the first time. Fantastic game. Like, I've been doing a lot of stuff recently that I've really been enjoying, and I wanted to talk about, specifically Metal Gear and Doom. But Halo has a really special place in my heart. I played CE, I'd like to say 6 years ago now, and it was an absolutely tremendous experience, and it's stuck with me ever since. It's, to me, the second best first-person shooter campaign ever made, behind, like, Doom Eternal. And that's really about it. And Doom Eternal is also very close to me, you know, quarantine and all that. It was a special time, but I felt like this was a very important video to make because the remake that they have just shown off looks so fucking wrong in so many ways, and I just feel compelled to talk about it because everything that I've seen for it, right? I know the reception has, for the most part, been either positive or mixed, but I absolutely hate everything that was shown, all of it. Damn near every single piece of it, I don't like at all. And in this video, I want to talk about it. Not to shit on 343 necessarily, sorry, Halo Studios, I don't care, I'm gonna call them 343 anyways, okay? They changed the name, but they haven't fucking changed an inch, okay? Let's be real, okay? They made a whole video talking about, oh, we're changing the formula, guys! Bullshit! Bullshit. How many fucking times have they said that now? I don't know. I've lost count. But yeah, this is not a video designed to shit on them rigorously or anything like that. Because honestly, you know, everyone's done that for the better part of a decade now. You know, I feel like that's kind of boring at this point. I just want to talk about how severely they are fucking this up, okay? To put it lightly, to put it succinctly and quickly, the Halo Combat Evolved Remake, or Campaign Evolved as they're calling it, dumb name by the way, it is exactly what I thought it was going to be when I heard the words 343 Halo CE Remake Unreal Engine 5. It is exactly what I thought it was going to be, and much worse. It's, oh my god. Combat Evolved has always had a very specific look to it. A look that not only is unique to Halo, but unique to Combat Evolved itself. Nothing that came after, or, well, not before, anything that came after Combat Evolved, even Halo 2, its direct follow-up, didn't quite look like Halo 1 did. It had a very specific lo-fi, just spacey, the misty purples and the luminescent blues and the deep forest greens, the minimalist, brutalist, dark gray concrete architecture of the Forerunner, the dingy swamps and the blistering, freezing blizzards on tuba trails, all that had a very distinct look to it, a very distinct flavor that would change from mission to mission and would always keep you interested on a visual level before you'd even play it. And so, of course, for the remake, it has become the most generic, boring, bland shit I have ever... It looks like every single other UE5 game in existence. I feel like I've played this before, and I haven't even oh my god. There's asset reuse everywhere, all the fucking elites are just infinite elites, the grunts are infinite grunts, the Marines, the Forerunner architecture has just been changed from what it used to be, which I'll put up on screen now, to this generic sci-fi shimmery fucking nonsense, which of course, because it's an Unreal Engine game, and they got that Lumen tech, Of course, all the reflections and the shimmery shit, it's all flickering and glitching all over the place, not just on the structures, on the weapons, on the fucking pistol, on the plasma rifle. It is just, it is a hideous looking game from what we've seen so far. That minimalist, simplistic color scheme that Halo 1 nailed so well, with those bright enemies that contrasted so well with the background. So immediately at a glance, you can tell what you're looking at. You can see an elite over there, an elite over there. There's a red elite. He's stronger than the blue elite. Oh, there's a yellow elite over there. He's got a fucking sword. He's gonna come jam it through my heart. There's grunts there. Jackal's in the back over there. Bright shields. All of that with the environments that CE had has been completely fucking lost. It's gone. The image is busy, it is noisy, it's gaudy, it's oversaturated in some areas, it's bland and drab and brown in other areas. It's a fucking mess. On a visual level, on an artistic level, it's a fucking mess. It doesn't look like Combat Evolved. It looks more like the fucking TV show, if we're being honest, than Combat Evolved, with infinite assets all. Oh my god. Holy shit. The Needler doesn't look anything like it used to look. It's holy shit, man. The animations. I need to talk about the animations, because it was the first thing that really caught my eye. I saw the trailer right before I was going to take a shower. I was sitting on the shitter, I was sitting on the porcelain throne, and I'm watching this video that they put out of Silent Cartographer, and I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, this looks like a fucking fan project. There's artifacting all over the place, there's ghosting everywhere, the amount of motion blur is fucking sickening to look at, the animations are janky and odd looking, and I understand, right? You're slapping 2001 era animations on 2026 level character models, but at that point, right, to build further on that, they aren't even like reusing all Combat Evolved animations. They've clearly made new animations which just look bad. They've reused animations from Halo 5. They've reused animations from Halo Infinite. It's incredible, man. We are 15 years removed, 14 at this point, 15 when the remake comes out, years removed from CE Anniversary, which has, at the time and in all the time since, been shit on viciously, rightfully so, because it butchered the art style, way too bright. I can go on. You all know, if you're a Halo fan, how bad CE Anniversary was. It's incredible to me that we are now 14 years removed from that, and we're still making the same fucking mistakes. We're doing the same thing again, but instead of Halo 3 and Halo Reach assets, it's Halo 5 and Halo Infinite assets. It's a lazy fucking cash grab that is designed to get you to spend more money on half the content. Forge, that's gone. Multiplayer, that's gone. It's just the campaign, and they're adding in 3 new prequel levels, with Johnson and Chief. I am not excited to see Halo CE characters, right, at the time during CE with the writing of 343. No fucking way. You ask me about that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not am I looking forward to that. To be honest, the fact that they're doing this at all is upsetting to me. Because, like, look, right, we can beat around the bush all we want, and we can like try and sugarcoat it and be nice and be polite and respectful. At this point, 343, to me, has demonstrated that they do not understand the series. They don't understand the series. They don't understand the appeal. They don't understand the fan base, what we want, the visuals, the characters, the fucking cover. They don't understand any of it, okay? So to see this company that has fucked up time and time and time and time again now look to the original classic game, right, and fuck around with it and change the levels and add content to it, I'm not excited for that personally, right? And honestly, I cannot imagine being a fan of Halo and seeing how this company, how this team has treated this series and these characters and everything about it and the storytelling, everything, and be like, yeah, I'm okay with them touching Combat Evolved. That's insane to me. That's insane to me. I can't fucking believe that, okay? How many times have they fucked up now? CE Anniversary, Halo 4, Master Chief Collection, which was broken for like 4 fucking years, 5, 6, however long, okay? Halo 5, then Halo Infinite was disappointing when it came out, and then the post-launch support was a disaster, and then 2 seasons of that god-awful fanfiction TV show. And now all these years later, they come back 4 years after Infinite, and they're like, yo, we got a remake! It's insane to me! It's fucking crazy to me, man. And again, like I said at the beginning, I'm not making this to be superbly negative. I never went into this intending to shit on them, okay? I want Halo to be good, okay? I want nothing more than a good fucking Halo game, okay? But when I see shit like this, okay, just because I'm a fan of the series, and you may be a fan of the series, we cannot just sit by and let this shit go. Like, I'm sorry, okay? I've seen so many people on Twitter, Reddit, and being like, oh, I think it's cool that they're making CE more in line with the other games. Yeah, fucking chipping away all the soul, the charm, the edge, the uniqueness that CE had to make it play like every other fucking game. Every other Halo game. Not just every other Halo game, every other shooter in existence, because of course they added sprint. Where you thought 343 was going to make a Halo game without sprint? Oh, you're out of your mind. You're hilarious, right? Not only does it now play like every other Halo game, every other shooter, they've removed all the health packs, they've removed all of it, everything that made CE unique. The original pistol that was so iconic because it was a fucking cannon in your hand that just blew shit away. One-shot hunters, all of it gone. All of it's gone. They have removed everything. Every little detail, every little quirk of CE. And instead of embracing it, okay, they see it as technical flaws of the time that need to be overridden and removed and turned into everything else. And it's not just on a gameplay department, it's again in the visual department. It now looks like every other Halo game. It now looks more like Halo fucking 5 and 4 than Halo CE. It looks more like the TV show than CE. Like, it's incredible to me. Not only have they fucked up the art direction, it's using UE. It's using UE5, right? So it looks like not just every other Halo game, every other video game ever. It has all the same problems of every other UE game. The lumen reflections are fucking hideous, shimmery, flickery, nonsensical garbage. It affects all the Forerunner architecture, all the weapons, all the reflections, everything. The lighting looks like everything else. It's incredible, okay? How a game from 2001 can look more gritty, realistic, and believable than a 2026 remake, which now looks like rubbery, plastic, artificial garbage. I don't understand. I actually have a list, like on my second monitor here, of all my problems with it and like bullet point notes and all that, but I'm so fired up and fucking angry at what has been shown that I'm just riffing. I'm just going and going and going and going and going, and I have not even looked off to the side here. So let's get back on track, back on focus, and let me talk about all my problems that I have written down over the past weekend or whatever. I mean, there have been rumors that they're going to be using AI for the production of the remake, and honestly, it fucking looks like it. Some of the screenshots and promo shots I've seen look like those like Grok AI game videos of like, this is what gaming's gonna look like in 2040. AI is gonna take over gaming and all that kind of shit. That's what it looks like. It looks overly glossy, shiny, polished, soulless shit. Oh yeah. Again, another UE thing. Dude, the fucking frame rate, the pop-in, the stuttering is absurd. Dude, you are showing a gameplay demonstration to get me excited for your game. And it's hitching, stuttering, frames are going into the shitter just walking through a fucking hallway. And, of course, as I mentioned earlier, sprint has been added. Because, honestly, at this point, to me, what it feels like is 343 is so lost in the sauce of what Halo is supposed to be. They're so afraid and cowardly of the series' identity, okay? It was always designed around that movement speed, having your weapon drawn at all times, The maps are designed around it. You know, a slower movement speed could also give you time, specifically in Halo CE, above 2 or 3 in reach, in my opinion at least, to absorb the atmosphere, the vibes, the sound, the location that you're exploring, whether it's a green forest or the blistering cold or a cold inhuman architectural structure that you can't even comprehend. It's all designed that certain way with that feature of no sprinting in mind. So adding it for the sake of adding it, just so we can appease the fucking TikTok zoomers, okay? People my age who, you know, tend to play Call of Duty and NBA 2K, Valorant, all this shit, right? Like, I've seen so many people saying like, oh, well, we gotta appeal to those kinds of people. Why? Why? No one my age gives a fuck about Halo anymore, okay? Trying to desperately make Halo and just like degrade its identity to be more like everything else is not gonna help you at this point. Make a good fucking video game first, dude. Like, that's what will sell, okay? Claire Obscure had no fucking PR behind it until it dropped, and everyone was like, yo, this is crazy, this is a great game, right? Because that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Helldivers 2 had no fucking marketing push behind it at all from PlayStation. Comes out, it's a great game, it's a smash hit, and it's still big today. You know? It's, oh my god, I cannot fucking stand. They are so afraid of Halo's identity. They're so fucking petrified of it. They think that they, you know, homogenizing it and making it more like every other fucking video game on the market is better, is an improvement. And that's, again, why I am so against them touching Combat Evolved. I am so, not like, I know a lot of people are trepidatious or they're cautious. I'm actively hostile. I don't want them touching this game. I don't want them touching the game because from everything we've seen over them for the last 15 years, I don't know how you can have faith, confidence, and trust in them. I just don't. I just don't. And then at the top, Microsoft, Xbox, whole bag of worms. When I made that video 2 years ago talking about just how cooked Xbox has been forever, you know, I kind of thought 2 years later there would be some improvement. Things have gotten worse, and that's about it. More studios have closed. Prices have gone up. You know, it's unbelievable, man. But topic for another time. I'm getting off topic again. Yeah, the new, they decided to, like I said earlier, they decided to redo some of the animations and reuse them from older games and reuse them from Combat Evolved, and they just look weightless. They look weightless, janky, and fucking weird. They just don't look right, you know. Like, I'm looking at the elites and their legs, or they're moving like this for some reason. They're moving like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why their fucking torso and arms are staying like this, but their legs are the sound design of the weapons has just been absolutely butchered, neutered to hell. The cannon pistol, which was iconized for its power, you know, of course they've removed that in the gameplay sense. So of course they've dumbed it down in the audio department as well. The AR, which once upon a time sounded like a fucking machine gun, now just sounds like a normal gun. It sounds like everything else. That 60 round magazine AR, gone. Because God forbid we have anything unique, identifiable, memorable about Combat Evolved that was different, you know, maybe you could even argue annoying at times, design decisions that you didn't entirely agree with, right? They're just taking it and they're turning it into the most safe, easily to consume, just placating bullshit. And it is sad. It's so fucking sad. It's just sad. And it's even more sad because I'm a fan of Halo. but I'm an even bigger fan of, like I mentioned earlier, Doom. I'm a massive Doom fan. I fucking love all the games, except 2. 2's not great. But, you know, when I'm looking at Halo right now, and I'm looking at the struggle that they're in, I can't help but not think back to Doom 2016, right? Prior to Doom 2016, I would argue that Doom was even more dead than Halo is right now. And by returning to form, okay, and by making bold design decisions that differentiated itself, right, from other games, brought it back to formula. And not the 343 way of bringing it back to formula. Oh! We're replicating the old art style, kind of, but it looks like shit in Infinite. Oh! Master Chief isn't gonna talk as much this time. Oh, look! Cortana's purple! Whoa! No, they returned to the older design principles, right? Fast run and gun gameplay, exploration of pretty dense levels, big crazy demons, intense violence. They returned to all of that. And it made a fucking statement, dude. It returned Doom to its... Doom is in a fucking renaissance right now. And it has been for like 9 years now. And they're getting to 10 years since 2016 came out. And for some reason, because the leadership behind 343 and Microsoft are spineless, or because the developers simply don't care or aren't interested in exploring what Halo used to be, Halo has just been going in a circle. It's been going in a circle of try a new thing that misunderstands the core idea of the series. Fans don't like it. We have to backpedal. We have to do a remaster of Combat Evolved. We have to do the Master Chief Collection. Fuck that up. We have to do Infinite. Fuck that up. And we're just in a vicious cycle where I am just so fucking just annoyed and disgusted and mortified by the way that they've treated the series. And it just sucks. It blows, man. Like, it's really bad. It's really bad. And the fact that they're just remastering the original campaign with no multiplayer, no Forge. I guarantee you, by the way, I will bet my left nut on this, okay? Everyone online has been saying it's going to be like $40, $50. Bullshit. Remember how Xbox tried to make Outer Worlds 2, like the first 80 USD game? I guarantee you, okay? This new game is going to be $80. I am willing to put money on it, dude. I am so convinced that they are going to bring out this remake. Shiny new remake. Yeah, it runs like shit. Yeah, it doesn't look anything like Combat Evolved. Oh, but it's shiny. Oh, it's new. It's realistic graphics, you know, with no, you know, foresight or thinking about how it affects the tone and the design, anything like that. It's just, it's shiny, and everyone's going to buy it, because that's the way general audiences are. I had a talk with a friend of mine recently, right? Good friend of mine, dear friend of mine named Christian. Love the man. But he said something to me recently that really, I think, put into perspective, like, how modern audiences, how modern gamers interact with video games. He said, oh, like, I can't remember what, I think we might have been talking about Metal Gear Solid. And he said, yeah, I'm interested in the series. And I said, oh, well, why don't you play it? And he said, oh, well, it's outdated. It's old looking. I'm like, what is that? Like, what does that matter? You know, like, it's a product of the time, right? Me personally, when I play older games, like Metal Gear Solid 3, like Halo Combat Evolved, I, in many ways, kind of prefer them as an experience over new games, because I can look at them and I can do research and just, you know, look at them with my own two eyes, knowing what I already know as a fan of games and game development and video game history, the limitations they had at the time and the things that they had to work around, right? And get a deeper understanding and deeper appreciation of how ambitious and ballsy some of these games used to be, man. And now we're just in a vicious cycle, not just with Halo, but with video games, where it's just remakes and remasters and ports and more remakes and Unreal Engine and all this shit. And for a long time, I've just kind of been okay with it. But this new, like, this Halo remake it has sent me off so bad. Like, it is genuinely completely changed the way I look at remakes and remasters and all that. Because it's just, it's appealing to the lowest common denominator. It just changed for the sake of change, without changing anything substantial. Because we gotta be nostalgic. We gotta be the thing you recognize, and suck up resources in there instead of making new interesting things that will percolate in your mind for a little bit or whatever. And it doesn't just apply for Halo. Same with Metal Gear, right? They released that Metal Gear 3 reskin for $90. It looks like shit, runs like shit. But yeah, Christian said to me that, I don't want to play that older game. I want the game to have Last of Us graphics. I'm like, what do you mean by that? And he's like, well, I want every game to look like The Last of Us. I want every game to look like real life. And it really, opened my eyes to how, again, I don't want to sound like an elitist asshole, I have a deeper appreciation than... No, I don't want to sound like that. Never, ever. I think gaming should be for everybody. I think it should be as accessible for everybody as possible. I don't think game exclusives, for example, should be a thing. I'm actually happy that Halo is coming to PlayStation, because even though I think it's a butchery of the original game, at least people who cannot afford an Xbox or a PC, or just have not had the opportunity in life to experience something like Halo, can now experience it for the first time and become a fan. The modern audiences want everything to be the same, and I think it's just sad, and it makes things really dull and really boring. Like, why do you want every game to look and feel the same? I don't understand. Like, you limit yourself like that. So that kind of answers the question of, who's this for? Who's this remake even for at this point? Master Chief Collection has been out for over a decade at this point. It's been on PC for, 6 years? Something like that? 5? Something like that. It's aged beautifully. See? There's no reason for it to exist. Why does it exist? Well, it's to appeal to people like that. People like my friends who cannot appreciate things unless they're shiny and new. And it's people like that who have closed-minded mindsets that are the reason why gaming has just been spinning its wheels for the past 5-6 years. Remakes, remasters, all this again and again and again, iterating without actually changing anything or adding anything to the original experience. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It kind of devolved into a talk about the entire game industry at the end there, but those are my thoughts on the remake. I really just don't know what to say at this point. I think I've gotten all out of my system. It's just sad. It's just really sad that this is what Halo is. They lack the confidence and the vision and the direction to lead the series to a brighter tomorrow. And so we're just spinning our wheels and we're doing the same fucking thing over and over and over again. It's sad. It's really, really sad when you look at Halo 1, 2, 3, Reach. You look at how much innovation they packed into them, both on the game design front and on the social front. I remember I saw a video from, I believe, the Act Man. Great YouTuber, great content. He made a video that talked about Halo's identity and how slowly but surely 343 has systematically chopped away bits and pieces of it. Forge, Slayer playlist at launch, no fucking Slayer playlist at launch for Infinite, which was just absolutely baffling. Split screen co-op in the drain. Campaign co-op doesn't arrive till a year or two after launch. And it's just, they have just been sucking away bit by bit of the series' appeal and identity. And we are now so far that they are now trying to Frankenstein the corpse of Combat Evolved to dance one more time for Daddy Microsoft so they can make more money. And it's sad. It's really, really sad. But on the bright side, this whole debacle with the remake has really inspired me to actually revisit Combat Evolved and play it again. And it's a fantastic game. It's an absolutely fantastic game, and it's aged beautifully. So if you are considering buying the remake and supporting it, I ask you to not. Obviously, it's your decision. I have nothing to do with it. And just play the original, because in my opinion, this company, both Microsoft and 343, they do not deserve your money. They do not deserve your support, your money, your loyalty, your play hours, none of it. They don't respect you as a player because of all the shit that they've done. I don't even have to reiterate how many fuck ups they've made over the past decade. And now they're just throwing out another remake that looks like generic, soulless, bland garbage. And, yeah, it really is just sad at this point. But anyways, now I'm spinning my wheels. So, that's all I really have to say. I hope you have a wonderful week. Enjoy the rest of your year. Maybe I'll make another video. Hopefully. I want to make a video about Metal Gear 3 like I mentioned earlier. But we'll see. Anyways, take care.